Hi everyone, it's me, Darlene. I'm so on the fence about whether or not I should be recording. I can't see my screen at all, so I have no clue what you're seeing. And I have not one stitch of makeup on. I wanted to put some makeup on, but I left the house without my makeup. I'm not gonna go buy makeup just to record a video. So you can see all my age spots. What else? I don't really know what I'm going to talk about. And, but I have Rocket. Mwah. And I don't know, I just felt like recording. Oh yeah, and I'm at the thrift store, and that was disappointing. I came in for two things that we saw the other day, but the line was so incredibly long. I believe it was on Saturday, I think. The line was so long, and I said, we're not standing in line for an insulated cup and a bag of like kid supplies, like school supplies, and I wanted the ruler, and there was a nice stapler, a bigger one, like a desk stapler, and a few other things, and then I was going to give everything else in there to the little girl next door. But we weren't standing in line. Joe's the one who wanted the mug. And I said, you know what, I'll come out on Monday because I want to walk around there. And I walked in and the line is a mile long. Now, it is Monday. The color changes on Monday. So a lot of people come. And I don't know, I just didn't have any desire. But I did look. And the two things that I wanted today no longer existed. So I am in my car. And now, since I'm very close to this grocery store that I now shop at for meat, and I don't think I've ever told you guys, I'm going to go to that, and then I'm just going to go home and start working. Well, I have done my morning stuff, but I want to get some auctions up and a few other things. And I have my packages to do, and I have quite a few, and I don't feel like doing them. It just takes me so long. The other day it took me an hour and a half. I know that doesn't sound like too long, but it's long. Now, is there anything I can tell you? I keep wanting to fill you in more on red flags that I've learned about. But I don't know. I don't feel like it's the time right now in my car because I'm not prepared. And when I am prepared, I say, oh, but it's so much to explain. And I really should just break things up in bits and pieces. But yeah, so, but a certain someone had taken a video down on his channel, and it's back up. And I only know this because someone messaged me and said, yeah, I watched your video just now, and I listened to that video, and it sure does sound like he gave that as a gift. And I was like, oh no, is it back up? Is it back up? So I did. I was kind of glad it was down because I thought he finally might have gotten it. Maybe it got through to him that it did sound shitty. The thing I want to tell you guys is another red flag that I had before that, and it's what led me to all this. It was like the straw that broke the camel's back. And I guess I could tell the story, but I want people to stop telling me to get over it. I was over it while I was in it. I know he said that I was moving too fast. Absolutely not. I was just kicked back, letting him do his thing. He's the one that within 2 weeks said, can I call you my girlfriend? I took my dating profile down. I want to see only you. And, you know, I was like, okay, you can call me a girlfriend. I didn't say I would take my profile down, but I did put it on pause because I was like, I'm in no rush to see other guys. And, you know, so I did that, but I, you know, wasn't taking it all down because I wasn't sure how this was going to work. And I never once did he say anything to me about this is moving too fast, or I wasn't the one doing that. He, on the other hand, shortly after me being his girlfriend, started saying that I was it for him. He wasn't ever going to be looking for somebody else. He liked me. We're close together, meaning in distance. And everything he was saying was about convenience. And we both did YouTube. and I could go to his place to work and this and that. He never complained to me about anything. And I know there had to be things he didn't like, but see, we never argued. We never did any of that. I have the window open because Rocket loves to have his head out the window and breathe air. So it wasn't me, but yes, he's the one that was talked about moving in together there or someplace else. And the other place, if we got a place together, it had to have enough room and he could have a workshop somehow, and that's where he would smoke cigarettes and not in the house. But yet, he started smoking in the house with me. Again, he never complained, never said, I just want to start smoking in my house, and I'm sorry if you're not going to like that. I understand you won't be here, and so, make your choice. I would have chosen not being around cigarette smoking. I just wouldn't have gone there anymore. But yeah, he never said anything. So there's more stuff that I'm going to fill you in on, but let's start with this right here. I have been listing free ebooks for a long time. I was trying to get him to find ways to build his audience and keep his audience that I knew was mostly my audience, like almost all of it, because he didn't have, I don't remember how many subscribers. I could look, there's a tool, an available tool that I can look back at his history, but it was either 100 or 400. Those numbers make sense to me. I just remember those numbers, but I think the 400 might have been the subscribers and the 100 was his current watch time. I don't know. I don't remember, but it was not a lot. And when he was with me, he was over 1,700. So I got him a lot of subscribers, a lot of women my age. So I knew they weren't going to all hang out there just for the remote control stuff. And I suggested the recipes, and he wasn't into that at first, but I said you could still have it be, somewhat remote control related. I said, but I know my female subscribers will watch that if you do some cooking. And I'm the one that had the idea that he use his trailer to drag the food around. And I thought, I had told him, something like just even on your table, you could just have the trailer go by with the ingredients. But he ended up doing something outside, but he, that was my idea. And so when I gave him that idea, he kind of liked that because it was a little bit more creative. And I'm the one who said we need to do a Q&A with me on your channel. I also told him that I do free ebooks. I do free ebooks every day. Now they're a perk for my patrons and members that I don't know, whenever I became a patron, whenever I hooked up with Patreon, probably 5, 6, 7 years ago, I don't remember, but it's been a while. But I've been doing that for many years, I think something like 15 years or 14 years. And what it is you find books on Amazon that are free. I have various ways that I find that, including sharing with other bloggers who do the same thing. Then I put it out there and I have a disclosure that it's only free for a little while. By the time you click on this link, it might not be free, but every book I've ever posted was free when I posted it. Now, is it possible that minutes after I post it, it's not free? I don't get to know how long it's free, when it started, when it's ending. That's possible. I do my best. When I put it out there, it's free. So I said, why don't you just try one free ebook on one of your platforms? I can't remember which one it was. And I said, you're doing some cooking. So he did 2 cooking videos. And I said, so my women love recipe books, and you could just post one. And I explained that the benefit is because the book is free, so you don't make any money on that. But it's something to keep people coming back to see your stuff. And I happen to say, if the book is no longer free, somebody might still like it. They might end up buying it. So he picked a recipe book and he posted that. And then a day or 2 later, he says, oh, I'm going to go move that book now to another platform. He goes to look at it, and I said, well, you have to check to make sure it's still free, because now he's posting it willingly as a free ebook. And so I said, just click on the link, it'll take you to the book, and it wasn't free anymore. And I said, no, it's not free. I said, you need to pick another book. And he said, no. He says, I'm just going to post this one, and it says there that it's not free for long. So it's not free. I've got the disclosure. But I said, yeah, but you know right now that it's not free. And he says, I don't care. They don't need to know that. And he posted it. And that made me sick to my stomach, because I'm concerned about my audience, and I'm concerned about the man that I am helping to build a YouTube career, that he would just want to pull something like that over, pull the wool over their eyes. I don't know those sayings. It says so much to me, especially now, but I'm telling you, I did not like that. There were some other things. I did not like that. He was being sneaky, wasn't he? He wanted to pass that off as a free ebook that he knew wasn't free, and didn't care, because he didn't care about his audience coming and getting a free ebook. That's what he should have been caring about. He cared that somebody would just buy it. He cared about that. His commission on something that's like a $3 book is pennies. Not worth it. I don't care what the commission is. Now change it and say this book is no longer free, but maybe you'll still like it. That would have been okay, to move it to the other platform. Posted this book a couple days ago. It's no longer free, but if you'd like it, go ahead. Now that would have been cool. He doesn't have to post free ebooks. He could have posted paid ebooks. I do free ones because I want people to have free ebooks. And I've been doing that for over 15 years, making no money on those ebooks. And I do some in public now, because I don't have the regular ones in public. 20 ebooks. And that takes me about an hour and a half to 2 hours to do. And I do that because I love it. And I have my coffee, and it just feels good. And I want people to get the free ebooks. Of course, I have the disclosure that they're not free for long. And I explain, if the price is still $0, then it's free. You can get it for free. I didn't like that. Hi. What the fuck, dog? But I didn't like that. That showed a big lack of ethics. It showed that he didn't care about his audience, right? If he cared, he would have wanted to give them a free ebook. It would have taken minutes. But see, he wanted them to buy it, is all I can think. Okay, so that was like just a few days before the video of the trailer that he sold for $300, and made a video making it sound like he gave it to that boy. Majority of everybody who commented on that said that sounded like a fucking gift, and I agree. And he was sneaky, wasn't he? He wanted to look good. And just like with the ebook, he wants to look good. Here's a free ebook for you. Not free for long. Not even free right now, but he didn't say that. But it's a free ebook because I'm nice like that. I want you to have a free ebook. But I'm on purpose posting it with a price tag on it. I'm just not telling you that part. So for those of you who had doubts, that's another very tricky thing. And it showed a complete lack of respect. That's what I want. A complete lack of respect for his audience. It was my audience. And I did not like that he treated my audience like that. I'm telling you, this was like the downfall. I knew I'm not making it another 2.5 weeks or whatever to 3 months, because that sickened me. And then the video sickened me. And I left him after that. But I didn't talk about it until I noticed that he had left himself comments. Now, some people say, oh, that's for engagement. A lot of people will leave themselves comments, not pretending to be somebody else. If he wants to leave comments, he can comment all he wants on his own videos. But he used a different ID and said, oh, great video, or what, I can't remember. I still have a page with all of that bullshit on my blog. I'll link to it in the description of this video. It's called Screenshots or something like that. And it has all that stuff. Even the hate that I got on his channel, I did that too, just to be fair. And but the hate that I got, that person just, is clueless. Anyway, So you can go check all that out. Do I have the screenshot for the, I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, he was leaving himself comments. I do believe those are on the screenshot page that I have. And 2 that I was aware of. I don't know if they're still up on his comments or not, but they were at one point. And when I saw that, that's when I was like, this guy is just so full of himself, and he has no concern for others, none. And that's why he wasn't concerned for me. That guy, I believe he would have kept me around for as long as I wanted. 2 times I told him, this just isn't for me. You're not into me. Now, if that's moving too fast at a month, no. Joe and I, the minute I locked eyes with him, I was like, okay, I'm going to give this a try. We were into each other. Let's put it that way. That guy never once did anything more than give me casual kisses, like hello and goodbye. Never complimented me. And I slept at his place for like 3 to 4 weeks, almost every night. Good night. If I wanted a kiss good night, he would have his back to me, and I would roll over, and I would have to go, lean over him to kiss his face. That was in the other direction. And I didn't care. I was trying to get over Joe. I was happy to have a warm body next to me. That's all I cared about. I wasn't into him. I just, I didn't feel like I was using him because I wasn't lying to him. He's the one that wanted to be my boyfriend. He wanted me to be his girlfriend, I should say. And that's another thing of the way he talks. Never would he say something like, I love being your boyfriend. It was always like, I like you being my girlfriend. It was always about him, and I've got a lot to say about that. Red flags across the board. So when I saw that he was talking about himself like that, and I'm like, that's just, it was like the tiny little straw that broke the camel's back, because the camel's back, to me, was broken with the lying about the free ebook. He wouldn't call that a lie, but letting somebody believe that he posted that while it was free and it wasn't. And then the whole trailer thing, that video. I don't know. It's so incredibly interesting to me, so interesting that I have picked apart so many things, and there are other things. And I'd like to talk about them, especially how someone talks, the things they say to you, how they say it. Those are really good red flags to listen to. And I know some of you don't get it. You're like, well, why didn't you just leave? I didn't want to leave. I wanted that experience. I was so curious to know, can someone like this change? Can he magically be into me? No, I really think it's my body. I mean, I was up front with him at the very beginning, what I look like without clothes on. And he never said anything like, oh, that won't matter to me, nothing like that. When Joe and I first started talking on Facebook, he was like, are you single? Maybe could we meet, this and that? And I told him, well, I says, I do want to fill you in on some things. I was like, I can't be with somebody who drinks. And that's when I found out he was sober for 28 years and he doesn't smoke cigarettes and didn't dance. But I said, well, that's a hard one to find. And I told him I was very overweight and I lost a lot of weight and my skin is just everywhere. And he's like, I do not care about stuff like that. He says, and I like bigger women, which he does. He means that, or he's the best actor in the world. But I think that when I told the other guy that, and which I don't care. I don't care if he likes my body or not. I don't have to be with him. And like I said, it didn't matter to me. I wasn't like, oh my God, he doesn't like me. I was good with it because now I thought, this is interesting. And I was talking to my sister all the time about this, and she's like, you don't have to rush to break up with this guy. You're at least doing some things. You're learning new things. You're seeing other people, which I was meeting people at these RC things. And, you know, I wasn't hating that. It was fun and interesting. I liked that we both had YouTube. I liked that he didn't care if I had to spend time editing. I didn't care if he spent all his time editing. We understood that. But I never shed a tear over him, not one tear. I did a lot of crying over Joe because I missed him terribly. And it was a whole different ballgame with him. Even though we were like pretty much toxic to each other in many ways, and those ways are changing so much. And I am so thankful that both Joe and I had somebody else during that time period of 3 months, because we learned a lot. He says the same thing. He says, I don't even feel like we broke up. He says, he's not jealous of who I was with. I am happy he was with somebody, because I was worried sick over him, but she wasn't good to him, you know. And you know, it just gave us a whole different understanding. And it wasn't long after we started hanging out again that he's like, I want to go to treatment because I want to change, I want to be better. And he says, and it's not just because I would like you in my life, but he says, I really want it for me. And when he said that, I thought, I think there's a chance. And he's in treatment right now. He started physical therapy last week. He's going again today, 3 times a week to physical therapy. So it's all good, but there's no way Joe would have snuck a book with a price tag on it and say, you know, free ebook, and then just be content that there's something that says not free for long. I don't know if this bored you guys to tears, but really, we can learn so much. Day 1 when I met other guy, there was a big red flag. A big one that I didn't agree with at all. I didn't like it. And, but I said, you know what? I'm just gonna see how it goes. I also wanted to see if maybe there would be some other way, that stuff that he did or whatever that would make me be able to forgive that red flag. There wasn't. It only got worse over time, right from the, oh, I'll smoke outside, no problem. I like to smoke. I don't like to smoke. I'll smoke outside. I don't need my, you know, the smoke in my place. And then it was smoking inside. Sorry. All right, you guys, I'm going to hang up now. This is going to be a long video to edit. Oh, 3rd day I wear this shirt. That was another thing. 3rd day I wear this shirt and no makeup. So I was like, maybe I shouldn't record. I wanted to explain all that in a much better way. I had plans, I had notes. I knew I was going to explain it at some point, but now I'm, you know, giving you a little bit more insight as to what was going on. To those of you who think, no, he didn't mean it that way, you know, and well, he meant it when he put a not free ebook up and promoted it as free, not free for long. It wasn't free when he gave it to those people. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll be back with more soon. Bye.